Okay, welcome back. I just wanted to basically give you an overview. The last video I shared, I was just introducing myself as a mom of twins. I have 4-year-old girls, and I had just quit my job. So I was super excited and just really eager to share with you exactly what I'm able to do from home, have the freedom to spend more time with my kids, my husband, and for us to travel and just really have a life of freedom so that we're not tied to work schedules. So that was the previous video. It was just an intro. And so basically 2 ways that I'm able to do just that is being a virtual assistant, having clients that I do just different tasks for, and also being a digital marketer. So today I want to talk to you about being a virtual assistant. So being a virtual assistant, all you need to do is have a computer and have a cell phone. That is it. I promise you, that is it. If you are able to follow directions and have access to an internet and have your computer and have a cell phone, I guarantee you can have success being a virtual assistant. So there are many forms of being a virtual assistant. Some other people out there who are entrepreneurs, they need help contacting their leads, communicating to their customers, sending emails. The list is endless. Really, I mean, when I say being a virtual assistant, you are just an assistant, but you are doing it from wherever you are. Because at the end of the day, somebody who's an entrepreneur or somebody who does most of their stuff online, they don't need you to be in the office with them, or they don't need to have you they don't need to provide an office for you or have you be in a building next to them, because anything that they need you to do, they can just send you over a task list and give you access to the information that you need to get access to. So a lot of my my clients give me access to their social media accounts or their email lists or their their newsletters or whatever, and I can go in there and I can create newsletters that go out to their clients. I can respond as if I'm them on social media accounts to kind of keep engaging with their following, or answer questions that I can answer as a virtual assistant. And then highlights, any kind of customers who have specific questions that I can't answer, then I just defer it to my clients. So honestly, at the end of the day, you could do everything from just, calling, clients or calling customers that are your clients. You can learn how to create graphics. And one of the programs that I use a lot is Canva, which is a free app. You can have it on your computer, you can have it on your phone, and it's just a great way to create some graphics for your clients. You can learn how to do MailChimp and newsletters with that. There's ConvertKit. There's so many sources out there. It's just whatever your client likes to use. So what I usually do is when I get a new client for my virtual assisting, I have a meeting with them about 30 minutes. And we just discuss their goals and their business and what they need me to do for them. So I basically get that all lined out, and then if you are a virtual assistant on your own, like you're freelancing, then I definitely encourage you guys to have a contract that both of you sign. You can get those free contracts from online anywhere. And it's just basically a document saying that I'm going to work for you for this amount of hours at this rate per week. And all the information that I get from you, like your client list and, your information via social media, your logins and all that stuff is confidential. I will not be sharing that information to anybody or, broadcasting it anywhere. So that protects the client. And also the client signs a contract that, they will pay you a certain amount of money per week. And there's already an agreed upon task list. It just allows you guys to be on the same page, because at the end of the day, you don't want finances to get in the way, and you don't want your client to feel like their contact list, their customers could be stolen from you as the virtual assistant. And at the end of the day, if you're doing this, you want to work from home, you want to be up, you want to be upstanding, and you want to give that confidence to your client so that you can have longevity here. You can really add value. And I would say about 5 of my clients that I currently have now were referred to me by a current client. So, it's all about the better you do with one client, and, that person just might come across somebody who's looking for a virtual assistant, and they would basically recommend you. And there you go. You got another client, and you didn't have to work for it. You didn't have to advertise for it. And so it really honestly, it's a very good idea to have both parties sign a contract. Once you sign the contract, then you figure out the start date, and then you just get going. Whatever your client needs. And I'll just tell you, it doesn't matter if you don't honestly know. If they give you a list of things that they would like you to do, just be honest with them. Just say, I'm not familiar with that, but I will research that. I will learn that. And so, don't worry, I will figure out how to get that done. So like, for instance, let's say you're familiar with ConvertKit and their newsletters and like their sequence of like emails and stuff like that, but you don't know MailChimp. Well, that's an easy fix. You just learn their system. You learn how to put together a broadcast or put together a newsletter or whatever, and figure out how to import contacts for your client. Like, there's tutorials everywhere. It's just, being a virtual assistant is just honestly about being resourceful. If you are resourceful, if you can watch a YouTube video and follow directions, then you can honestly do anything with virtual assisting. So that's just an example I just want to share with you guys. So, if you have good time management skills, if you have a computer, if you have a phone, and if you are resourceful, and you ultimately just want to work from home and kind of control your schedule for the day, then being a virtual assistant is definitely something you should consider. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can search online for companies who hire virtual assistants. Just keep in mind they will take a portion of your earnings for like your hourly earnings. But the good thing is you are not marketing out there for your clients. You basically get a list of clients that will work with you. So there is some benefit for working with another company who has virtual assistants, so that you don't have to go out and get those clients yourself. And then they do all the contracts and they do all the pay, and all you do is work with your client. That's what I do. I work with a company, and they're not taking any more virtual assistants right now, so I'm not going to broadcast the name of the company that I work with. But I work with a company, and the owner of the company, she basically gets somebody who's interested in having a virtual assistant. She connects the virtual assistant to the client, and then they kind of talk there. Contracts are signed. Pay is negotiated or determined, and then it's just determined when the start date is. So I prefer that so that I can focus on just adding value to my clients and just being a good virtual assistant, and I don't have to worry about the pay. Because one of the things that I had a taste of briefly when I was trying to go out alone as a virtual assistant was some of my clients would not pay just because they forgot, or they just lost track of time, or one client just kind of was not really consistent. And so I actually I am this is a job. This is my financial ability to work from home. So I definitely want to have that income, and I don't want to have to try to go and request it. So I did the work, and I would like to get paid. So that's why I like to have that all taken care of from another company. But if that's not something that you're interested in, if you just want to go out on your own, you can set up a LinkedIn page and showcase yourself as a freelance virtual assistant. And I guarantee if you kind of get out there and start networking with some other entrepreneurs who are seeking virtual assistants. There's a great way for you to really market yourself for free. You can set up a Facebook ad as a virtual assistant and target entrepreneurs. You can put a post on Instagram and boost that post. There are so many ways that you can do this. I don't suggest necessarily like doing an ad on like Google or something like that, because the chance of you ranking high enough for the price you would pay to kind of post an ad on Google wouldn't really be worth it, unless you started getting good traction and you were able to optimize your listing. So just think of some ways that you can do that. Also, if you know of people, if you have friends who are entrepreneurs, if you have friends who need help with certain things that you can do from home for them, then consider that if you want to go out on your own and be a freelance virtual assistant. So basically, being a virtual assistant does not require any crazy skills. It is beneficial that you watch some videos and learn how to do certain things like graphics and emails and so forth. But it is, if you're resourceful and if you can just kind of like work through it, then you can really have success here. So just keep in mind, so the pay is kind of like, here's the range for the pay. Small end, kind of starting out, being a brand new virtual assistant, working for a company, let's say, is about $15 an hour. Up to probably $20 an hour in your pocket. So $15 to $20 in your pocket, because they will take a portion of that, because they're doing all the referring, they're doing all the advertising, and so basically, they're kind of getting their cut for bringing clients to you, and then they do the contracts and negotiation of the pay and or packages that the client wants to purchase. So that's working for a company. If you are a freelance virtual assistant and you're just starting out, it would be good to kind of offer lower cost hourly rates so that you can really kind of be able to do two things: market yourself better, because an entrepreneur, a very successful entrepreneur, knows where their money goes, and they kind of will negotiate the fact of how many hours they can use you for. So if you're charging an ungodly high rate, then they're probably not even going to consider you at all, because they can't afford that to their bottom line. So if you want, start out at $15 an hour, and then that's all yours, to $20 an hour if you're brand new. And then as you gain more knowledge, maybe you learned how to create a website. Maybe you learned how to set up YouTube videos. Maybe you learned how to, grow their Instagram. Maybe you've learned how to do Facebook ads. Or let's say you learned all about the different email platforms out there. And so you offer many different options for your client, and you're very, very good at emails and newsletters. So let's just say that, you had some skills that you could show your client based on your previous skills, because your client will probably like to see those. So then maybe you can charge between $20 and $28 an hour. So you can just imagine, if you worked about 20 to 40 hours a week as an experienced virtual assistant, then you could pretty much make a good income at home. So that's just something to consider. Always just remember this, though. Always just remember that being a virtual assistant is still working for a boss, if you will, because that client is your boss. Their satisfaction is determinant on whether or not you're going to stay employed with them. So you're basically still an employee. You still need to follow through the tasks and show up and be consistent. And if your client needs certain things done in the morning at certain times, then you have to do that. So just like you would at a job with a boss, traditional speaking, you still need to have that consistency and that track record so that you don't lose clients. So just consider that. Like if you go away on vacation, you're not going to get paid and you don't want to work, let's say you don't want to work on that time, your client's not going to pay you. This is not accrued time. This is not like a corporation where you can get sick leave and vacation built up and, you know, all that stuff. This is, you are freelancing here and hour for dollar. So, I don't want to give you guys any illusions that it's just going to be, you're just going to be able to be a virtual assistant and work whenever you want to and, you know, travel and, you know, you'll have passive income. No, it's dollar for hour. And basically, it's like having a boss, except you're at home and you're able to do it. Like you can take your computer to Starbucks, you know, out to eat someplace, like maybe in the afternoon you want to go grab some Mexican food and you're sitting there, you bring your computer and you go in through their Wi-Fi or something and have a meal and do some work. I mean, really, honestly, I have taken my computer to McDonald's before because my kids want to play at McDonald's and I needed to get some stuff done. So I just bring my computer with me and I go in through their Wi-Fi and I'm able to get some stuff done. It's a win-win. My kids can play. They're not in my hair and I'm able to work for my client and because I had some tasks to do. So I hope that answers all your questions, and I hope that is a good resource for you to kind of determine if being a virtual assistant is right for you. So comment below if you have any questions at all. If you have any thoughts, I'll you know, periodically check the comments here and there. And otherwise, I will be talking to you in the next video about how I'm able to be a digital marketer. And actually the next few videos I'm going to be discussing that because that's a little bit more in depth. And I'll walk you through step by step how exactly I'm able to do that. And ultimately that course is more of the entrepreneur mindset. So just be prepared for that. These next few videos are for those of you who do not want to have a boss anymore. Those of you who want to create an income where you earn an income if you're sleeping, on vacation, sick, or actively working on your business. So it is more of that line of thing. So if that's not interesting to you at all, if you're good with being a virtual assistant or you just have like, okay, nope, I don't want to do that, or, you know, be a virtual assistant or digital marketer. So, you know, I'm moving on. I don't want to watch any more of her videos. Then that's fine too. Like I'm here just to create some value here and to really go in depth on these topics because I can't tell you how many times I've searched for videos on YouTube and I felt like I was like getting gypped. I was like all hyped up on somebody's video that they're going to tell me exactly what I need to do. And I was like, but you didn't tell me exactly what I need to do. You just kind of gave me your spiel on like what you're trying to sell. Right now, I'm not selling anything. Virtual assisting, I have no relationship with anything. I'm not giving you guys any direction here where to go. I don't get any compensation by talking to you about virtual assisting. I'm just giving you the overview of what to expect if that's something that you would like to do. Okay? All right, so I hope you found this video useful for you. And so I don't have any link on this video necessarily for you to click. I don't have any like place for you to go at this point, but if you like this video and you are interested in more, please subscribe and so that you can get alerts when I post a new video. So have a wonderful day. I hope to see you on the next video because I'm excited to share exactly how I am able to create an income, whether I am at my kids' school doing a field trip or at home sleeping, sick, on vacation. So so stay tuned for that one because that one's going to be a good video too. All right, take care. I will talk to you later.